Hey fellow astronauts, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Space Engineers, Episode 7, Prepping for Takeoff.
Oh, I must have, I missed a shot. Panel. Not plate, panel. Oh, oh, okay. Bye. Biological drop pods? Exactly. I hear more. I don't even have steel plates on me. Yeah, I just put all my plates away, didn't I? Oh no, I don't even own any. Plates, please. Gotta keep the bugs at bay. Alright, come on, bugs. Let's go. Oh, you surprised me there. That one's broken, and this one's broken. I'll just move away from it, have them debug. Honestly, if they're not going to come at me, I'm just going to leave. Yeah, let's go. Get unbroken. You have the element of surprise, man. I have like 20-meter visibility here, and I can't hear for poop. Can't hear anything. And yet you're still right there, underground, bugged. Oh god, my wind turbine's gone. I must have caught a stray bullet or something. I don't remember shooting up that high, but it's very clearly broken. I'm gonna ignore those two others that just like broke. I can't be bothered to figure out how they need to die. It's been broken for a while now. Yeah, well, apparently I am not paying enough attention. All right, some more comp. This storm is, it's pretty fierce. Give me your wind power. I guess I'll fix the broken turbine. Oh, you know what might have happened? I might have clipped it with my ship. I could definitely see myself doing that. Just clearing out my bar a little bit. The ship is pretty cumbersome to fly around. I could definitely see just like tail whipping it or something. That's a me thing to do. I know I don't have any downforce yet. One thing at a time. What I will say is, like, I'm not so new that I need Captain Obvious tips. You don't have to worry about those for the most part. The reason I don't have any downforce is I haven't finished the original... there we go. So now we have left, right, front, back, and then I'm planning on putting downforce attached to the hydrogen tank there. And then I have the giant upforce here. And that will be enough. Aw. I repair this just in time to miss out on the giant windstorm. Just my luck. It looks beautiful from above. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It actually doesn't look too bad for me slapping it together without, like, a plan. Alright, fine. I'll put it in the other one. Pod... Oh, I have to put it actually in the hydrogen tank. Alright, got it. That explains some of the behavior. So let's do the upforce. Am I a builder or explorer? You know, I don't know. It's a cop out of an answer, but I'm not sure what I am. I'm a clown. Yeah, and there's the upforce. I'm an exploiter. I should just use the planner at this point. I'm just being stubborn. I will once I get to space. Oh, I did them backwards. I meant to do 8 grids, 4 tubes, not 4 tubes, 8 grids. Oh well. Easy fix. All right. So now that I have all the hydrogen thrusters, I'm going to turn off the new ones I built and then group them all together. Pod. Hydrogen thrusters. And then I'm just going to make sure that they're all off. Yep, they're all off. All right, how is the ship? Let's get a readout. We have got okay. This is pod battery. Our batteries are almost fully recharged. Awesome. Hydrogen tank is at almost full. It's 75%. Awesome. I'm going to turn off the hydrogen engine now. Oh, no, Wait, why would the tank... Am I out of ice? I must be out of ice. It was just coincidental. Yep, that's what happened. Ow! Open my hood. My mask. So let's get a little bit more ice and top that up. I'm trying to get the tank up to 100%. So that I don't have to worry about fuel initially. Nice and careful not to hit the wind turbines. The game does not... So, to answer your question, it sort of does the physics behind center of gravity, but, like, not much. It's way more prevalent when you got, like, a huge structure and you're trying to spin it with gyros, and less about the thrust. The center of thrust and center of mass doesn't matter as far as I know. So, like, right now, obviously, the thrust is in the back, but, like, the game doesn't care. It's not like Kerbal Space Program where it renders it more realistically. And probably for the best, because if it was like that, very few people would be able to actually do stuff in space, because I think the majority of... I know I'm insulting the Kerbal Space players, but, like, I feel like the majority of people that have played Kerbal Space Program, like, struggle to even get off planets. So, making it overly complex might be problematic. I'm actually going to turn the hydrogen engine back on, because there's basically infinite ice here, and I might as well be burning that ice to fill up my batteries. Now that I have the giant thruster underneath me, I have to be a little bit more careful with how I dock, because that thruster could clip. It's easy to account for as long as I am not traveling quickly when I'm docking. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is to dismantle everything into its basic components, because what I want to do is the ship itself is just about ready to break atmo. So gather materials for an orbital base. Once I'm in space, there will be asteroids for me to mine, but once I get to space, it would be really good if I would be able to throw together a basic refinery, a basic assembler, a battery, some solar panels, and a storage kit. Or storage container, rather. And maybe even, well, I don't need to initially worry about the O2H2, because I'm not going to have a survival kit initially, because I don't have silver for the medical comp. But, so what I want to do is I want to just build those things, and then break them down and throw them into the storage containers in there. So what I'm doing here is just dismantling everything that I have, and then I'll assemble only what I need to assemble. I'm just trying to save myself some trips mining is all that's really happening here. So let's get the materials together. Now let me think. Assembler. And I'm just going to be doing the basic ones. The reason I'm doing the basic over the full size is the full size are just so much more expensive that it will take me much longer to get to space as a result. So it's going to be in my and your best interest if I just keep it simple initially. But here's the medical component. As you can see, they require silver ingots, which is why I'm not able to build it. And what doesn't really matter is if these things like don't link up or whatever, because I'm only building them here to shred them so that I don't have to actually count up the materials. I can just take the materials I get from breaking them down and throw it into the ship. So that there is the refinery, the assembler, the small cargo, and that's what I'll start with. And then I'll probably end up putting like 30 extra steel plates so I have some sort of platform, a battery, and maybe a connector as well, so that I can dock to it would be really good. Sort of the same setup here. Basically replicating what you see here, minus the survival kit and the O2 generator up in space. And obviously in space I'm not going to have wind. So let's put that battery in. Oh, steel plate. Put the conveyor in as well. And then we'll want the connector on top. And then I also want some sort of like solar array once I'm up there, so I'll get the materials together for that as well. That way I don't rely on the hydrogen engine of my pod, which is insanely wasteful. I am also out of iron as far as the game's concerned. And the game is right. I haven't had to deal with spiders in a while. Are they mustering? Are they like... Are they having their own little ent moot? And they're gonna... attack me all at once?
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
Oh, here they come. Another thing that might be helpful to me is also just like amassing a decent supply of ingots, so that once I'm in space and have the assembler, I can sort of build whatever I need, so that I don't rely on space mining, at least initially. God, these spiders give me so many computers. It's weird to think that, like, computers are a awkward renewable resource as a result of slaying spiders. Like, I'm just gonna call this planet Dell or something. It's not the alien planet anymore, it's just... Oh, you mean Dell? Yeah, man, that's where I get my computers, too. And if you're wondering, I don't have a Dell. Just picking on them, because... Dell computers are everywhere. With your experience from Dell, they should replace the, change their name from Dell to Hell. I haven't had a lot of experience with Dell, in recent years. I used to work in, like, IT, and I had to fix computers and the like, and often they would be Dell or something similar to Dell. But luckily, I have not had to deal with that in a while. Cause no thanks. Because I feel you. I understand. Where's your friends, man? I was out here to party. I saw one of them over here. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? You get shy? Come on, man. Why are you shy? Fine. I swore there was more than the one. Maybe I'm just seeing things. Maybe it's space ghosts. Space hallucinations. Oh, I'm out of iron again. Full send. You know, I gotta say, there aren't a lot of games that have good snowboarding.
Inventory.
I mean, I don't play sports games all that often, but I have played a few, like, skiing and snowboarding games, and they're all bad. In my opinion. My opinion, that doesn't matter much because I don't play them.
Inventory full.
Ouch. Clunk. Oh no, not the little snow flurry minimum wind. That's my least favorite weather here. I guess I'm high enough altitude that I don't get those sort of poison storms, which is good, I guess. Because poison storms can be really, really annoying. Alright, how full is my hydrogen tank? Let's see. Ox tanks are completely 100% full, both of them. Cool. Hydrogen tanks completely full. Batteries are so one is pretty empty still, and it's being depleted, which is weird. I'm gonna set to recharge. Chat, remind me to fix this, okay? Before I take off, remind me to set these to auto. So what ends up happening if I don't do that? I get in the ship and I go to take off, and I don't have power because the batteries are set to only recharge, and I'll just crash. I'll just immediately just kaput crash. So remind me to change the pod batteries to auto once we're done. I just want the pod batteries to have charge. I don't really care about the rest of the base. So solar panels on a small grid generate like almost no power. So if I added a solar panel to this thing, it would generate like 4 kilowatts compared to the hydrogen generator, which generates 500. So they're just kind of not worth doing until you're doing big grid. Small grid solar panels just aren't effective. So in case of emergency, it would be probably better if I just like flew off in my own suit and mined ice. That would be far more effective than small grid. Event controllers are vanilla. All right, 12 and 8. Alright, I almost have everything I need for like a starter base, except for the solar panels and the connector. So let's add the connector next. It doesn't need to actually be like pointing upwards. In fact, pointing upwards would be a problem because it would start clipping to the base. I'm just building it so I can break it down and put its materials in the ship. So its actual placement matters not at all. I could do an event controller so that upon connection disconnect, it would. I'm not that's really smart. I'm just not going to do that right now because I don't expect to have it on recharge only. As once I get to space, my pod might become the power source from my initial base. Oh, am I out of iron? Yeah, I'm out of iron again. Just wanted to chat about event controllers? Yeah. I also find that some event controllers, they bug out. So when I was playtesting this, I'll just preface. When I was playtesting this, I got pretty far in the game. I had a mothership that was printing out drones and automated drones to do attack patrol patterns and things like that. And I found that once I had like a few automated attack drones, I would crash to desktop way more often than I'm comfortable with, which means like I'm not really planning on having drones, automated drones in this series because I don't want to crash to desktop.
Inventory full.
But why I mentioned it is one of the other things that were failing, that failed for me regularly was event controllers. Event controllers would fail to trigger. And so I use them, but I wouldn't necessarily stake my life on them, as they've let me down. Yoink. Alright, where was I waiting on? Some steel? Alright, that's enough structures that I will start loading this into the ship. And the other thing I want to load is just some extra steel so that I can build platforms and the like. So I need to scroll down to pod container. And this is for the connector. Conveyor and storage. I know I could double click. I'm sure someone out there is going to be like, you're doing it wrong. But I'm just making sure that it goes exactly where I want it to. Abundance of caution, let's call it. Battery. And the battery is... These power cells are big chunkers, so I'm going to have to do this in a few trips. Oh no. Apparently I can... Oh, what the hell? Yeah, right. All my power cells. Okay, let's make all 80 power cells back. That's fun. Right. I forgot that it's destroyed when grinding. And then, you know. Oops. So it's a lot of materials, as you can see. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Right? Like, that's a lot of stuff. I mean, it hasn't filled the first cargo pod yet. But the first cargo pod is almost full, and I haven't even done the solar array stuff yet. Alright, I'm also going to want to bring... And I also haven't moved the power cells either. How's my hydrogen bottle? Full? Alright, I want to get a little bit more nickel, probably. And silicon. I need to tap the silicon node as well. Because the solar panels are going to require a lot of silicon. Can I mine the base with my ship? No, but you can deconstruct it. But I'm planning on leaving the base here. And the reason is, if I have some sort of fatal mistake up in space... I'll spawn back at this survival kit. Whereas if I deconstruct this base, it's kind of just game over. Oh, you're bugged. Where'd your friend go? Come on. Nope, you're still bugged. I'm gonna go get the silicon, if you're not gonna stop me. There you go. Yeah, I mean, I have died once because I smashed into the mountain real fast, but then I spawned at the survival kit, so I didn't have to, like, save scum. I just... Because the game doesn't care if you die, really. There's not really a death penalty unless you code one in. But if I die up there... Whoa! Jesus. If I die up there, I can't get back up there without a survival kit up there. So until I get silver and to be able to build a survival kit up in space, I gotta be way careful about, you know, where I go and what I do. I always forget that silicon is just not very dense. I wonder if the spiders are going to find me down here. I just heard them spawn. I have had them just like teleport through the cave walls before and just like gank me. Because they have clipping. You can't move past them. So if they fill your mining tunnel, you can't escape. Although I do have a rifle. It's better than the pistol I have. So I might be able to shoot my way out. Might. I wouldn't count on it though. I'm no space marine. Alright, my iron and my nickel is also kind of low, but yeah, let's start getting the... So all the materials for what I already built, minus the power cells, are already in. And I can actually move the power cells the easy way. Just grab all 80 and go pod container. Done. So the power cells plus the rest of the stuff almost has these cargo completely full. But in the ship, there is also the connector, which has about 1,000 liters. And then there's also the cockpit, which has about 1,000 liters as well. So there's still some space left in that. All right, so let's do solar. I'm going to go with 4 solar panels for the initial setup. I'm not going to worry about the bulletproof glass, though. So that would be 16 steel. And I'm just putting them here to construct them and deconstruct them for the materials. In fact, maybe I'll use the build planner for the first time in my life. Production. Solar panel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which I don't find particularly useful when I don't have the advanced assembler, because then I still have to queue the parts up. Right? I think it's only an advanced one that you get to skip that phase. So 40 comp and 48 girders. They're not as strong as Starship Trooper bugs? Yeah, no kidding. If there were, I would be in a lot of trouble. I would have to, like, live in a little iron cube and, you know, kiss my butt goodbye. I think I just queued up all the solar cells I need. Guess we'll find out. Oh, I need more construction comp. Let's go ahead and get 16 computers. Thank you for tuning in to Space Engineers, which originally streamed live on Twitch September 23rd as a mini-series. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below.
If you have any feedback, well, keep in mind that this series was a one-time streamed only series, so changes cannot be made, and I don't have any plans to play Space Engineers again, so tips aren't needed. If you would like to catch live streams of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams, and if you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, a link can be found in the description of this video or at Rhadamant.com as well. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. Hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream of another game. Farewell, my fellow engineers,